Good evening and welcome back to the 2025 Minnesota Shorts Showcase presented by Twin Cities Film Fest. I'm your host, Lori Roovers, and with me I have...
Jack Walterman.
And what is your movie, Jack?
My short film is Colette.
And could you tell us a little bit about Colette? Maybe a log line, maybe a genre?
Yeah, Colette is a queer horror film. The logline is a gay couple. They what do? They hire a medium to figure out if their child's imaginary friend is actually good or not. So they find out in the story real quick.
I have to say, your cinematography was gorgeous. Something that you don't expect from a horror film. What gave you the notion to make it as beautiful as it is?
I think playing with, I don't even know.
Or is that your style?
There's no intention. I guess for me, I really like dark spaces and using window light and making it feel like the world is just like drained of color. And I think we had a duo cinematographer team, Travis and Christian, and together they worked on making sure that everything looked beautiful. So it was really them and their work pulling it together, and I just had images for them to work off of.
They did a fantastic job. And could you tell us, who is Colette?
Colette is played by Colleen Schuerk, one of my closest friends, and she plays the medium in the story that goes to help the couple with their infestation, essentially. Yeah.
And the infestation, what does that stem from?
In this story, there's this ghost that already inhabits the home that this family moves into, a very stereotypical haunted house story, and it starts to become more and more attached to their child in a way that seems playful at first, but then negativity starts to spread, the kid gets a little more anger and frustration and starts to fight back, act up, and so the infestation is just the idea of a happy family slowly deteriorating when you're not heard or you're not supporting each other.
And how did you use the genre of horror to tell your own story?
I used the genre to help package a family that we don't necessarily see all the time, and in a way that puts empathy for audiences and creates this relationship with a family that isn't necessarily the most familiar. And by raising the stakes and making it life or death and making it a little scary, it's a quicker way for people to be like, oh, that's a family I can root for. And so horror was the best way I could tell this story.
And what is next for Colette?
Colette, right now I am currently outlining it into a feature-length film, so we are looking at creating the story and just developing it into a longer version, so hopefully it'll be my debut as a director.
That is very exciting. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll be right back with more filmmakers.